I'm handsome, I'm fast, I'm pretty, and can't possibly be beat.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone.
They might be going to call George Brett out.
Well, he is. He's out.
Yes, sir.
Brett is out. Look at this. Brett is out. And
He's steaming mad.
he is out.
Swung. Fly ball deep left center. Grissom on the run. Yes! 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 The Atlanta Braves have given you a championship.
Auburn going after it. Here's a good snap. It is blocked. It is blocked. It's followed a run. It's followed a run. He's going to score. David Wagner. David Wagner has scored. And Auburn is tied the game.
It's good! It's good!
It's good.
It's good!
It's good.
It's good!
Van Tippen has won the ball game.
Alabama has beaten Auburn!
I'd like for the people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been that but a winner.
What up, 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 what up? Welcome in to the Total Chat Sports Podcast, number 103. What's going on, everybody? Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe to the Total Chat Sports Podcast on YouTube, on the Twitch, twitch.tv/Coach Grizzle, youtube.com/@CoachGrizzleTV. Make sure, if you would like to support the stream, Cash App, $Coach Grizzle, Venmo, @MassBraves. Best way to donate, best way to throw anything at the podcast. I need to start putting the Streamlabs crap up. So, like, there's like a bar again. And start putting towards stuff. Maybe that'll help a little bit too. But we don't ask for donations. We don't beg for donations. We sit here and just enjoy our time with you and enjoy our time with the watchers, the listeners, everyone out there, the team, the squad, whatever we want to call it. We call it the bench. We call it the bench because we know majority of us sat the bench, except for Head of Steel. He was like Al Bundy. He was like two-time state champ. You know what I mean? Like, he was an all-pro left tackle, defensive tackle as well. He also played point guard for his high school. He was just one of those absolute studs. You know what I mean? But yeah, like we said, if you want to support the channel, that's the best way to support the stream. Other than that, make sure you follow us on all the social media platforms. All the social media platforms. Like the Twitter. You can find all crazy stuff on Twitter nowadays. Or X. Hey, @Landon Huffman, what's up? Oh, I guess he didn't respond. And then you had to post again that he didn't respond to. But hey, yeah. Profar sends one 414 feet to give us the lead. Cheater. I'm going to start using cheater here in a little bit. Get some offensive firepower. Unlike last night, some offensive firepower. Sean Murphy with the grand slam. 6-1 victory for the Braves over the piece of shit Phillies. You see this? This is a great reason why. See, there's always good stuff on Twitter. There's always really good stuff on Twitter. We'll see that in a second. I'm going to show you that in a second. This kid hits a home run in the Miracle League. If you don't know what the Miracle League is, it's like kids with special needs, kids, physically, like that are handicapped too. They'll play in the Miracle League. It's like a big rubber field. It's like a big old turf field. It's a big rubber field that they play on. And they, it's pretty cool because they have like the Mr. Met guy, like as their mascot. They have a statue of it here. They actually have a stadium here in the Miracle League, which is pretty cool. I put my name in the middle, by the way, because I'm doing gaming later. So I was like, I put me in the middle there for a second. Let me put me back over here to the right, keep it uniform. Make sure I was doing that right. It's all right if you're in and out. Let me fix this real quick. Let's see where It's actually, I think we're good. Yeah, we're fine. So I was just gonna like break it down. It's kind of cool to see. So like if I go here, I go here. But then if I go here, what does it look like? Okay. So we're just making sure, because I was trying to make sure what it looked like before I transitioned it over. Let's see here. I'd like to help out with the Miracle League. OS client. Oh, whoops. I was playing RuneScape. I got logged out. Let's see here. Transition it over. Watch this. Cool. Dude, he crushed it. He even knew it was gone. He even knew it was gone. He was like, yo, see you. Oh, what an awesome feeling. That's awesome. That's so cool. That's so cool. Good for him. Congratulations to that guy. Congratulations. Hits a home run, rounds the bases. Truly special. That's so cool. And a Blue Jay. And he's on the Blue Jays. That's pretty cool. Now that's awesome. Now that's what baseball's all about right there. That's what baseball's all about right there. Just awesome to be able to let them have the opportunity to be on a stage like that. To be able to for him to hit a home run and be able to round the bases and have that feeling is pretty cool. That's what it's the Miracle. Like I said, that's what the Miracle League's all about. Like the Miracle League is really cool. When you talk about baseball, it doesn't like, you know, they do a bad job with the younger generation. And I think baseball has obviously always been an older generation sport. We've always known that. But now, I think with Ohtani, the huge love from Japan, the huge love from like games like Fortnite, I think if like Roblox or some other games would just collab with the MLB, it could greatly help the MLB for sure. I'm sure there's tons of TikTok influencers or whatever that are young and do baseball kind of stuff, and hopefully we'll try to grow that sport in the right way. But I mean, like, this would be great too. I mean, hell, you got a ton of games that do battle passes and do game passes or whatever, and there's rewards where they collab with somebody or they collab with a artist or they collab with, an athlete or sports or whatever. And it's Fortnite does the best thing. So you collab with football, you collab with you should collab with baseball like you did with Ohtani. You collab with a lot of things like that to kind of get that younger generation to be involved and be really into that. Because I think it's definitely something that will end up helping growing the sport. But the Miracle League, it just gives those kids an opportunity that they normally wouldn't have. On a normal setting, on a normal baseball field. But for them, it's special to them. And they have tons of different teams. And they'll always have like a huge number of kids that are involved. And a huge number of volunteers as well. Coaches and volunteers. And just giving these kids an opportunity to play on the field is really cool. Last night, of course, we talked about the Braves win 6-1 over... the Phillies
matchup. Now the pitch on the way to Murphy. And he
gone. See you. This was what was crazy right here. I saw a video where a kid was wearing a Phillies jersey and he was jumping up and down. I swear I could have been mistaken. I get it was that Truist, but I swear it looked like a kid was jumping up and down with a Phillies jersey.
Home. He can't believe it. 2-2 pitch. Castellanos is toast.
What a swell day, Schwellenbach
missed
over
every
here,
stitch
dominating.
Of it. 1-2 pitch, fanned him. That
Love
time
Ben
the
Ingram,
splitter
by the way.
got
Ben
the best
Ingram's
of
one of the
Kepler's, the 2-2.
Ben Ingram is the
And
best
Stott is
voice
baffled by
voice
that
in
curveball.
baseball.
He swings
the
and
best
misses.
voice in
No,
baseball. If you
a
put
late
Brandon
called
Gaudin
third
and
strike by
I want
Jeremy
Brandon
Riak.
Gaudin
Whoa.
and Ben
Whoa.
Ingram in
Turner
a
steadies the bat.
broadcast
The 1-2
together.
pitch.
Give me
And
those
a lunge
two.
and a miss for
Then put
strike
Wiley
three.
Ballard. Put
Slider
Wiley
away, you were
Ballard
fishing for it. That
and
ends the top of
Jeffrey
the third.
Core on the
2-2
radio
pitch.
broadcast together.
And strikeout
Give me
number
Brandon
7.
Gaudin
Just
and
froze bold. 2 to Castellanos. Take a hike.
Ben Ingram.
Got him with a slider. He'd have needed
Give me
a
Brandon Gaudin and
Ben
Ben Ingram.
A long way from him. He still pulled the trigger.
on a
And the delivery.
TV broadcast.
Swing and a miss.
Give me Joe
On a
Simpson,
slider. And the
Wiley
0-2.
Ballard, or you
Slider.
could put
Got
Jeff
him looking.
Francoeur, whoever you
Strikeout
want.
number 10
Put that in the
early in the
radio
fifth inning.
broadcast.
Wellenbach
But
steps
give
and
me
brings it.
Brandon
And
Gaudin
there's
and
strikeout
Ben
number
Ingram
11.
in a
slider takes care of
TV
Realmuto. He goes
broadcast.
down.
And I would absolutely love it. It would be amazing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now. Remember this. Remember this right now. Stamp it. Stamp it right now. Give me Brandon Gaudin and Ben Ingram in a TV broadcast together. And then put Joe Simpson with Wiley Ballard and Jeff Francoeur or whoever in the radio broadcast. That would be awesome. Do it for me now. Do it for me now. I would love to see the chemistry between Brandon Gaudin and Ben Ingram because they are mastercraft. And a couple nights ago when it was raining, I had that delay. Oh my goodness. Mastercraft. Great stop. Great stuff. That's why we sit here and listen. That's why we sit here and pay attention to these guys. That's why they get paid the big bucks. That's why they're the voice of the Atlanta Braves. They do a good job. Especially taking over after Chip. They do a great job. They do a great job. So, let's see. We also got... There's only like 2 home stands in all of July. And they only or something like that. And there's only 3 days. Looks like against Knoxville. Dog night, Wednesday. I'll be back. Remember, 7-1, I'm going to the Braves game on that day. So the Trash Pandas, if they're actually in town and not just like taking, road trips to to racing tracks because you're partnered with a racer because he got called trash one time. Anyway, but ladies' night on Tuesday, dog night Wednesday, 3rd of July Eve celebration with fireworks on Thursday. So that'll be fun. Was there anything else that I had on my profile to bring up? Oh yeah, this was pretty cool. Not every day that obviously I've met Kyra Lewis working in sports radio. I've met quite a other people that have worked that have gone on to John Petty, stuff like that have gone on to play professional basketball. But to be able to watch live, it's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, Taylor Peters, really excited for him. Gets drafted by the Pacers. Who knows if the Pacers come back next year, get right back into it, get into the NBA title. We'll see what happens with the East. But a nice addition. Really hard worker. Really athletic, really fast. Get up and down the court, can play defense. So we'll see what he's going to be doing in his role with the Indiana Pacers. So that's pretty cool for him. Got to watch him play in the CUSA basketball tournament here locally. So that was really cool. Was really excited about that. Had a really good time watching that. Watched him do like a steal to a dunk. Oh man. I mean, he's really good. I mean, transition basketball, like he's got a good chance, and he's on a good franchise. Who knows, coming off the bench, playing for the G League for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what happens. What happens for him. I'm about to die. I'm over here not paying attention. I'm playing a game behind the scenes. Because we were saying we were going to play some games today, but there's like a little bit of talk about on the spot on the podcast. And there was a little bit to get out too. You know what I mean? There is some stuff out there to talk about. There's literally nothing on right now. I mean, you could get up and watch the Austrian Grand Prix right now if you gave a shit. You know what I mean? There might be some soccer on right now. I had a friend ask me, because we talked about this in an earlier podcast. I had a buddy of mine ask me about why Saudi Arabia, again, was in the CONCACAF. And the reason why that Saudi Arabia is in the CONCACAF is because the Gold Cup, whatever, is because they do this and they've done this before. They take teams to, in a sense, in words, to make it more competitive. Because soccer in the Americas is bottom of the barrel. And apparently calling for the likes of Saudi Arabia makes soccer in the Americas more competitive. Well, I would just say I would say obviously Latin America, the Caribbeans, United States, and Canada. We'll add those, just those. So they have in the past. They've added Peru, they've added Brazil, they've added South Korea, they've added Saudi Arabia, they've added South Africa. So that's happened. So like they've taken other countries from other continents and they have put it in this CONCACAF, the Gold Cup, and have allowed it to happen. Because our soccer sucks. It's America. What do you expect? It's the Caribbeans. It's Mexico. It's Guatemala. It's literally like just terrible soccer. The United States, Canada. It's like Canada might win it. Mexico might win it. The U.S. definitely should win it or be in contention every year. But then they go lose to like some Trinidad and Tobago or somebody or Jamaica. And it's like, granted, I get it. Like, you know, the United States, we talk about it. We've talked about this many times before. The United States doesn't give a shit about soccer. We will never really give a shit about soccer. And if you think they give a shit about it locally or they give a shit about it in these big cities, they really don't either. They care about the TV market. There's still going to be a huge TV market, or there's going to be enough people to watch these games that they put on ESPN or that they put on, you know, some other, if they put it on Fox or whatever, you know, you'll see a game. You will see a game that will be on television. But a lot of these smaller markets, like the MLS Next Pro, some of the MLS teams, especially, like, they don't care. They just care about what they're going to make on Apple TV because they know people are going to watch the game at home. Soccer's more of a, yes, in Europe, it's more of a go to it, everyone hang out there, hey, I'm going to see you at the game type of feel because you don't have college football, especially in the South. You don't have college football, you don't have professional football, you don't have baseball, you don't have basketball, hockey, whatever. You like, there's soccer, that's it. Especially in your hometown, there's probably a huge soccer stadium. You probably have something that you've played in there since birth. Like, it's something that's been there. In America, it's like, we don't care. We care about the TV rights. We care about what you're going to watch at home. So if we put it on TV, we want to see if you watch it at home. That's the reason why it's like the WNBA doesn't really care about, I feel like, their attendance. Because like outside of Caitlin Clark's attendance, yeah, it's going to be amazing. But if she can get eyeballs on the television, then it greatly helps. So like soccer, it's like it's like you can go and say, like HCFC can go and say, oh yeah, we had over 4,000 fans at the stadium tonight, when there wasn't over 4,000 fans at the stadium that night. You could clearly tell they don't care. I mean, they're going to make their money off the Apple TV broadcast. Like, people that are at home watching the game because they suck and they don't want to go over there, especially last year, they don't want to go over there. It's like, hey, you know, we just rather care about this. So to speak on why Saudi Arabia is in the Gold Cup or is in the CONCACAF, because it's to make it more competitive, because soccer in the Americas will always suck. It will always be the worst. That's why you'll never see Canada, Mexico. You'll never see the United States, especially. You'll never see any of these countries get there, win it all, do what they're supposed to do. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. It's too dominant in Europe. You have countries in Africa that are better. You have countries in Asia that are better. You have, I mean, there's just so much riding. You have South America to deal with. Brazil has been in it before. So the fact that you've had even more competitive teams to be in it, Peru's been in it. it makes it really difficult. You know, when you finally, you know, when you look at the Americas in general, the really good teams. You have Brazil, obviously. You have Argentina because of Messi and Maradona. But Messi finally winning one with Argentina and never been able to really win one in like his long historic career that he's still continuing to have. Because one, American soccer has to hire old people to come over and play for the MLS to make it more watchable. That's the reason why people will go to the games if it's close because, hey, guess what? We're playing Miami tonight. They're playing Miami tonight. Let's go watch Messi. For him to finally win one, that's huge. Portugal, I don't think they're ever going to win one. They've been able to win European stuff. They've been able to win other things, other titles, but I don't think they're ever going to win a World Cup, especially with having if you want to say he's the best player in the world, second best player in the world behind Messi, whatever you want to call him, 1 or 2, 1A, 1B. So America they've got a huge hill to climb. You literally have to go through the Americas, the CONCACAF. You have to get through the Gold Cup, and you can't even do that. Then you have to go play the likes of South America, Europe, Asia. So it's like even Switzerland will beat your ass. Even Sweden will beat your ass. Ireland could beat United States. Whoever is in it, name any country in Europe, and the United States will have a difficult time of trying to beat them in soccer. You know who didn't? Because I didn't have this up. You know who didn't have a difficult time? Was a bunch of 15U soccer team as they beat the Swiss national women 7-1. And this is the same Swiss national team, the women, that called for equal pay. I'm sure a lot of them, just like the United States, want equal pay just like the men. Even though even the Switzerland men make way more money, people care way more about the men's team than they do the women's team. The Switzerland women really don't even do anything in the women's league. But look at this. They are playing a child. They're playing, look at this. They're playing children and getting whooped. Look at this. These are 15-year-old, these are 13, 14-year-old children. They're losing to people in 7th and 8th grade. These kids can't even drive yet. And you're gonna probably tell me that this was like the backup. These were the backups for the Switzerland team. Is this what it was? Like, is this serious right now? You could do the same thing right now in the WNBA. You could take a 15U best basketball team and you could whoop Caitlin Clark and whatever best team you create. I guarantee you it. I guarantee you it. But they won't do that because it'll embarrass the sport and it will just absolutely ruin. If already the WNBA is because it's just bad in general, it'll ruin it. That dude stole the ball, then kicked it and scored. He just stole the ball from her, kicked it and scored. Oh my goodness. Putting on an absolute clinic from these people, from these kids, from these 7th and 8th graders that are beating a professional soccer national team in Switzerland that wanted equal pay. Pay these 14, 15-year-olds equal pay as much as these national soccer players because they put on a clinic. They beat them 7-1. Oh, they probably lightened up and it was probably a joke for people to banter and blah, blah, blah. No, it could happen. Take the best 15U team and I guarantee you, put Caitlin Clark, put Angel Reese, put all the other Sophie Cunningham, put Paige Buchers, put who's the one that went from the Aces to the the Sparks. I can't remember her, but she was like one of the best players ever. Brianna Stewart, put her on there. Put all the ones. Brianna Inescu, put all them girls on there. Put all those ladies on a team and give me the best 15U basketball team in the United States, and I guarantee you they will beat them 10 out of 10 times. 10 out of 10 times. You could take G Leaguers. You could take the people that do the basketball tournament, the TBT. You could take a team from the TBT and they could wreck a WNBA squad, the All-Star team. They could just wreck them. You know what they should do? You know what they should do? You know how they do like soccer here in America where we just get our MLS guys, the All-Star team just gets wrecked by like Roma or Barcelona or somebody, like somebody comes over here and just wrecks the MLS team. Why don't they just let the best basketball team, like the one that wins the title, like let's say OKC, let OKC play the All-Stars, the WNBA All-Stars in the game. Let that happen. A real game, a legit game, not a fake game. Let that happen in a legit game. Let's see that. I would love to see that. That would be a fun game to watch. I know I'd watch it. That would be hilarious. But to sit here and watch a 15U soccer team absolutely dominate a national soccer team, it's a joke, right? Like, we're joking, right? No, it's not a joke. It was very much real. That's how you get embarrassed. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to the Braves today. Not looking forward to on the first, because I called it, by the way. I called it on, I think it was the last podcast or the second to last podcast. Did I not? I'm going to the Braves game on Tuesday. They're playing the Angels, and guess who's going up against Tyler Anderson? Not Spencer Strider because of the news. I'm pretty sure it was because of the news of the Sale injury, because he dove for a ball and then cracked some ribs. I literally am going to watch Didier Fuentes take on Tyler Anderson. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen. I knew I was going to walk right into a loss. Watch the Bats just absolutely crap the bed in this entire series against LA. But it's going to be really fun because I'm going to be able to watch a lot of the Trash Pandas West take on the Braves. So I hope it's a full roster of former Trash Pandas taking on the Braves. Because if it's, and it is, because I looked at the schedule so far, it is Didier Fuentes versus Tyler Anderson. And Spencer Strider is pitching the day before, like he's pitching tomorrow. So it'll be yesterday, the 2 days ago, whenever you watch this podcast, whatever. It's literally Spencer Strider tomorrow. I want to cry. Or maybe it's not. Wait, is it not tomorrow? Is it tonight? Hold on, let me make sure. I think it's. Yeah, because they have a game. Wait. No, yeah, it's tonight. It's tonight. They don't have a game tomorrow. Sorry. They have to travel. I lied. So yeah, yesterday, 2 days ago, whenever you see this podcast, Spencer Strider's pitching tonight. Yesterday, 3 days ago, whenever. And me, has to watch Didier Fuentes on Tuesday take on Tyler Anderson. Let's see here. Let's make sure. Let's do it again. Where is the Braves? Okay. Schedule, full schedule, schedule. Look at our schedule. We called it too. See, Strider and Suarez tonight. Because they're going to get Ranger Suarez versus Spencer Strider. Didier Fuentes versus Anderson. I couldn't get Grant Holmes. I almost thought about going to I was going to go to the Wednesday game. I was like, yeah, July 2nd. I was like, that'll be cool. Because I thought it was going to be Strider then too. Because it was set kind of to do that. and then it moves back, and then Strider was on the first. Then the Sale injury happened, so I was like, oh yes, that's gonna, because I counted it, and it sounded like it was gonna be either the first or the second for Strider. And the way that it was kind of like moving around, that's the reason why I was looking at it. Gosh, that sucks. Damn, I thought I was gonna get. At least I don't get Elder. At least I don't get Elder. I get Fuentes, but I don't get Elder. Thank God. Let's see here. What up, Yorkie? Let's see. I was seeing what else we were doing. Yeah, that Sean Murphy Grand Slam. Dirty. Absolutely dirty. Freaking Spencer Strider tonight. That smirk. That stupid grin. I hope you do well tonight. Don't give up 3 runs in the first inning. Don't give up 3 runs in the first inning, Strider. Doing Max Fried shit because he's gone. Dominating for the Yankees over there. I don't know what's worse. Giving up 3 runs in the inning or supporting a mediocre racing car driver. It is what it is. Let's see here. We only already talked about all of the NBA draft. We had the NHL draft. Like, we didn't even talk about that. We wanted to talk about how, like, really nobody cares about just like the NBA draft. It seems like right because it's right after the title game. It's right after the NBA title. And it's like hockey's the same thing. It's like 2 weeks later after they win theirs, after they've partied and done all they're gonna do. And it's like, for me, it's like I feel like it should get more love. It's an American sport. It's one of the ones where it's like, out of, obviously, if you win the Super Bowl, that's the biggest thing. People are gonna love you for it. People are gonna go to the parade. People are gonna absolutely enjoy it. It goes NFL, winning the NFL, winning the Super Bowl, obviously winning the different titles, right? There's a tier, there's a class. Number 1 is winning the Super Bowl. You want to win the Super Bowl, or you're going to have the most fans, or you're going to have the most love from it, or it's going to be the most memorable, or it's going to be the most televised, all that kind of stuff, right? Out of all 4 professional sports. Number 2 would probably be basketball, even though the celebrations are absolute dog shit in that. Even though in basketball, it's absolute, I would say maybe winning the national championship, maybe in America. Number 2 would be probably NFL, Super Bowl, national title. 1, 2 right there. Then number 3 would be basketball. Because I feel like winning the NBA title, more people are going to have eyes on it than winning the MLB or winning the World Series. Especially if it's 2 teams that we don't care about. It's like if the Rangers win it again, we don't care. Like, we're watching OKC and Indiana win it. The NBA had to make that. I'm sorry, don't call it rigged. If you want to call it rigged, whatever. But the NBA made that a series. That series should have been won and taken away by OKC. And say what you want. OKC won that. And a lot of people that they played ended up having injuries. Their best players having injuries. Halliburton had the torn Achilles. Say what you want. But OKC should have flat out destroyed that series. But people weren't watching it. People didn't care. I feel like it just wasn't, it didn't push the needle for me. And it's not because I watch the finals. I like watching the finals, but I like watching good teams. I don't like watching, yeah, I get it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's MVP. But it took him like so many years to finally be that. And we've had 7 different title winners in the NBA. So it's just, I guess you're like, oh, there's more parity in the NBA. Nah, it's just that, like, you get, the thing about basketball is that you can have individual talent like a LeBron James, like a Joker, like a Kobe, that can individually take over a game, even though it's a team sport, and you can literally just carry your entire team on your back. Baseball's a little different. Like, you're going to be able to hit a couple of home runs, maybe. Soler hitting the one for the Braves. Like, there's definitely like nails in the coffin in baseball. There's more nails in the coffin situations in baseball because it's so like nerve-wracking and tedious, and it's just hard to come back especially in the momentum of a baseball game, than it is in basketball, because basketball is like runs back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But if you go on a huge run in basketball, and that kind of like thread the needle or like nail in the coffin type situation in basketball is like you hit that 3 and you're up 12. But the thing is, it's like I could still like if there's enough time, a team could still come back even though they're down 12 or down 15 or whatever. You know what I mean? But in baseball, it's like you could hit a 2-run home run, be up 2 runs, and it may take 4 or 5 innings for you even get 1 run. So, it's just crazy how in the aspect of that sport, of how the different sports are celebrated, especially winning a title, especially the teams that are in it, the markets that are in it. Like, we're not like hockey is the worst one out of all the celebrations, out of what they win, especially if a team like Miami, on way out of market hockey team, wins back-to-back, by the way. And it's not as hugely celebrated as obviously like it would have been literally Super Bowl, national title, NBA title. I would say World Series, but I'd probably put World Series and Stanley Cup right there next to each other. Because I feel like even in the United States, like obviously the regional markets, like or the big markets and the regional markets, yeah, we're gonna show out. The Yankees win it, yeah. Boston wins it, yeah. Dodgers win it, yeah. Even the Giants, they win it, yeah. Braves win it, yeah. So people are going to come out. Even if all of Cincinnati and Cincinnati fans would come out the woodwork if Cincinnati would win one, or Pittsburgh would win one, or just like these teams that suck, like people are going to come out the woodwork. It's like Braves fans. Braves fans were hiding. They were in the woodwork. They didn't start showing up until 2020. Looked pretty good. And then you get 2021. You have this crazy ride. You have the Pearls. You have Soler. You have Duval. I miss Duval, by the way. People act like they're making up like this new stuff, like this new content, like Duval. Like I miss Duval. I miss Adam Duval, or Duval should be on the Braves. I've been saying that since day one. He's an older guy. He's probably not going to be the same guy. But in that 2021 run, he had like the second most home runs behind Freddie Freeman. I think it was behind Freddie Freeman and Dansby Swanson. He had like the 3rd most home runs out of the active Braves. Whether he was not on the team no, he was the year before. Yeah. And so when they finally signed him back, I'm like, and he starts hitting home runs. I'm like, come on. You just got to have that spark. You got to have a veteran in the clubhouse that's going to create that spark. Like I've said before, Matt Olson, I feel like, is not a very big vocal leader, but he's there every day. He's got like a 7. He's on like some crazy 200 game streak or some shit like that. Like he's started like a ton of games. He's played like every game so far since like last year or something like that. Bunch of games since whatever it was. Dude's active, bro. Dude's doing what he's supposed to do. Let's see here. This effing guy. It's not my fault your team sucks. 2-5 against the Braves. 2-5 against the Braves. Did I say it? 2-5 against the Braves. Y'all have the Y'all are the only team with having 4 players with 15 or more home runs, but your batting averages are dog shit. So keep flexing that flex. You keep flexing that flex, Mets. Then last night, the Phillies fans wanted to flex all over Bryce Elder. That's like flexing that you had sex with Bonnie Blue. I was mad. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. What are we gonna play? What are we gonna play? I thought about playing RuneScape, but I was definitely playing Marvel Rivals, but I'm not sure yet. All right, let's see here. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Oh shit, I just died. Oh crap. Oh my god, I just died. Oh my god, I just died. I wasn't paying attention. I'm glad there's nobody down there. I gotta run all the way back. You're not even watching this because it's not on the screen, but I have to run all the way back. I'm glad there's nobody down there. They can have all my shit. Do we have anything else we're gonna talk about? Because we were gonna pretty much bring it up on this day, and then just be like right there doing that. I don't know what else I had to do. I have to run all the way back. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Shit. I'm gonna die. Stuff's gonna get stolen. I'm gonna die. No, 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 no. We can't do that. No. Oh my gosh. I have to run all the way back. This is going to be really bad. Okay. We're back on it. Let's do on this day in history, and then we'll wrap it up. We'll see here because we're on an hour. Oh, we didn't even do the. Okay. So, Solar Eclipse was recorded by a monastic chronicler in Ireland in 512. In 922, King of the West Franks crowns Robert I as King of West Francia. After disposing Charles the Simple, Charles III, former Byzantine Emperor Romanos IV Diogenes, blinded by rivals and exiled in 1072. Sverre Sigurdsson is crowned King of Norway after years of dispute in 1194. Holy Roman Emperor Henry VII is crowned in 1312. French raid on Rye, England in 1377. Treaty of Barcelona in 1529. Holy Roman Emperor Charles V and Pope Clement VII signed the Treaty of Barcelona to bring peace to Italy and repel Turkish advances. Cartier discovers Prince Edward Island in 1534. French explorer Jacques Cartier is the first European to discover Prince Edward Islands in Canada. Thomas Cromwell, a heretic in 1540, UK Parliament passes the Act of Attainder over former Chancellor of the Exchequer of England, Thomas Cromwell, indicting him as a heretic. Let's see here. Shakespeare Globe burns down in 1613. 1613, Shakespeare's Globe Theatre in London burns down during a performance of Henry VIII. Where is... Okay, just making sure that was there because I didn't see it. Let's see here. Regent Sophia Alexandrina, and in 1682, Sophia Alexeyevna names herself Regent of Russia for her brothers Ivan V and her half-brother Peter I. Let's see here. Gosh, I get so many of those messages from Twitter because I'm in like this group and we talk like Atlanta sports, and I swear it's like every time that my phone vibrates, that's what it is. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get my food back because I just died. And we're doing on this day in history right now, so 1694, Dutch fleet attacks French grain transports. In 1755, German medieval heroic poem rediscovered in Holmes Castle Library in Vorarlberg, Austria by Jacob Hermann Orait. Virginia State Constitution in 1776. Virginia State Constitution adopted and Patrick Henry made governor. In 1776, Mission Dolores, founded at San Francisco Bay by Lieutenant Jose Joaquin Moraga and Francisco Palo. Robert Peel falls off his horse in 1850. British ex-Prime Minister Sir Robert Peel falls off his horse, dies 3 days later. In 1854, Netherlands allows corporal punishment. In 1857, Battle of Chinhat, Indies rebel under Barkat Ahmed and beat the British. In 1858, Great Fire in London Docks. In 1862, Day 5 of 7-day Battle of Savages Station in Virginia. In 1863, Battle of Westminster at Corbett's Charge, Maryland. Small unit of Delaware cavalry charged Confederate cavalry numbering around nearly 6,000, crucially delaying their arrival at Gettysburg. In 1863, Confederate General Robert E. Lee orders his forces to concentrate near Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Custer appointed general in 1863 at age 23, a Union brigadier general. 1863, very first national bank opens up in Davenport, Iowa. I think like the first national bank that opened up here was like 1850 or something like that, and then it was like the Confederate bank for a little while, and then it went back to being the national bank or something like that. 1867 or 1864. Let's see if there's anything else that's from that one. 1867, Pope Pius the Ninth declares Gorkumis holy martyrs. I don't know who that is. Let's see here. Attempt to assassinate Rasputin in 1914. Gina Guseva attempts to assassinate Grigory Rasputin at his home in Siberia. In 1931, Pope Pius XI publishes encyclical on Non abbiamo bisogno. We do not need fascism and Mussolini. Let's see. Andrew Carnation Day anniversary of Prince Bernhard. Batman Comics mobsters rub out of circus highwire team known as Flying Graysons, leaving their son Dick Robin as an orphan. Dang. That was in 1940. That was when that was made. I'm about to die again because I wasn't paying attention. Oh, whoops. I just realized I was doing that too. There we go. Okay. In 1940, U.S. passes Alien Registration Act requiring aliens to register. In 1941, 6,000 Jews are murdered in a pogrom in Bucharest and Romania. 1941, DiMaggio extends hitting streak to 42, breaking Sisler's record. Then he went on to go fight in World War II for like 3 years. In 1943, Germany begins withdrawing U-boats from North Atlantic in anticipation for the Allied invasion of Europe. 1943, U.S. forces landed at Nassau Bay near Salama, New Guinea. French Nazi collaborator Paul Touvier shoots 7 Jews dead in 1944. German counterattack at Caen in 1944. Rommel and Rundstedt to Berchtesgaden in 1944. Soviet armies join Bobrusk in 1944. U.S. 7th Army Corps conquers Cherbourg, France in 1944. 1945, 20.6 centimeters of rainfall at Litchfield, North Dakota. That's a state record. Let's see here. Oppenheimer security clearance revoked in 1954. U.S. Federal Interstate Highway System Act in 1956, signed by President Dwight D. Eisenhower. Willie Mays becomes 4th player in MLB history with 3 or more home runs twice in one season. In a 10th inning blast in Giants 8-7 win over the Phillies in Philadelphia. 1967, Keith Richards is sentenced to 1 year in jail on drug charges. Okay. I'm going to go through these a little faster. Some of these are kind of boring. George Foreman loses IBF boxing title for refusing to rematch bout against Axel Scholz in 1995. Holy crap, I'm about to die. I better run. I'm about to die. Scorpion 2018 Drake releases. R. Kelly 2022 sentenced to 30 years in jail for 9 counts of sex trafficking in Brooklyn, New York. Let's see here. Birthdays. Let's see if we go through some birthdays real quick. Harry Frazee, American MLB team owner and Boston Red Sox, born in Peoria, Illinois. Let's see here. Harmon Killebrew, 1936 to 2011. Hall of Fame utility player, 13-time MLB All-Star. Little Eva, 1943 to 2003. Richard Lewis. He died just last year. He was born in 1947. Today was his birthday. Rosa Moda, she's 67. She was born in 1958. Kawhi Leonard, he's 34. He was born in 1991. And let's see if there's any like newer ones that we might know. I don't know any of the other ones. Okay. Alrighty, let's see here. Let's go through this real quick. And we will finish up. Thank you again, everyone, for supporting the channel. We're going to hop on over to Twitch and play a little Marvel Rivals, probably a little RuneScape, probably mostly maybe just some RuneScape, maybe some Marvel Rivals. I don't know. We're going to play one of them. We'll figure it out. But we're going to end the stream here on YouTube. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Thank you so much for following. Thank you so much for constantly supporting, even if you have it on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, whatever you're going to do. The views, everything. It's been absolutely great. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit us up on all social media platforms again. Make sure you help your local Greater Humane Society or any dog, cat shelter in need. Also, you know, we want to make sure we promote and support the Walk to End Alzheimer's to raise awareness for Alzheimer's and dementia patients that constantly suffer, the families, the patients, everyone that suffers throughout that that crazy journey that happens for a lot of families. It's just absolutely, truly awful, but we want to be able to raise awareness and somehow figure it out and make it a lot better for a lot of these families that have to deal with it. But also, if you want to donate and you want to support the stream, you can hit us up there as well. There's all the particulars that you can have right there to follow us and drop us a donation. Thank you again. We're out of here. Like we said, we're going to get off of YouTube, so bear with us, and we'll be back. Thanks, everybody. Peace.